right, man. The Lions still got some cap room left, and they can even almost have up to Pistons have the cap room left. They can have almost $20 million in cap room if they was to remove the Paul Reed contract, which is a non-guaranteed contract. The Pelicans are still trying to move Brandon Ingram, or he may play on the last year of his deal and possibly get traded at the deadline. I don't know if they want to lose him for nothing. You know, it might be some fool's gold there. Him and Zion lost a lot of weight. They might be leading the West at the trade deadline. They might have the best record, and this happened before. They've been up there before, and then it just fall apart. So yeah. So that's very interesting right there to see what happens there. But, you know, last time I heard they were shopping Brandon Ingram, and, you know, the Jazz was shopping Lauri Markkanen. And then all of a sudden they were saying, guess what? They're not going to trade Lauri Markkanen. The whole plan was to pay Lauri Markkanen. So Brandon Ingram still is out there. Lying, and the Pistons can create as much as $18 million or almost $20 million in cap space. If they got rid of Paul Reed, they can actually, being able to absorb some of that contract with giving up some players on the roster if they need to. Well, they would need to fill that gap in the cap. But you don't know how happy they are with the current roster. I think they did a great job of, getting some guys that fit what they want to do around Cade Cunningham. And I think if anybody would know the value and worth of Brandon Ingram, it would be Trajan Langdon. All right, he was with the Pelicans as the GM under David Griffin. Is it David Griffin that with the Cleveland Cavaliers? He was under him, so he knows exactly, the play there. And if he, I think he like, damn, if we tie up over $400 million because you have to extend Ingram with Cade Cunningham, then it's like, both of these guys ain't proved they can stay healthy or nothing like that. So, and also guess what? He literally can hit the trade market. He can hit the free market after next season if they don't trade him. So if he play next season and get injured again, what's his trade value? Does a team like Boston trade some assets to get him there and use him as a rental? Does a team like Denver try to get him as a rental? Because ain't no teams that ain't got no championship hopes really renting them, unless they know they're gonna be able to retain his rights. Then you probably open up to Atlanta Hawks and teams like that, Orlando Magic. You never know. So, like I continue to say, whoever trade for him right now, you're gonna probably want to sign him to an extension. So obviously the market is real weak right now for Brandon Ingram, because you ain't heard much about him, because people know they're gonna have to commit $200 million to him, and really, he ain't been able to stay healthy. So maybe the market may be, 150, 160, or a shorter term deal that can prove his durability out there. I mean, he's missed playoff games. He's missed 29 regular season games last year or something like that. So it'll be a risk for the Pistons, but guess what? When you don't have a destination spot, and those are very, very important in the NBA. Everybody want to be in New York. Everybody want to be in LA, mostly LA. And everybody want to be in Miami. Those are three destination spots. You don't even hear about guys fighting to get to Dallas, fighting to get to Houston, which are great markets and great destination vacation destination spots that a lot of people like going to. Houston was one of the best kept secrets, and now it's the greatest. It's one that's getting out there right now for a lot of good and bad reasons. And also, you got another quiet destination that's blowing up in the South is Charlotte. So you got some cities that's pretty much blowing up around here, man. And players just seem to just want to go to LA and go to New York, and the infatuation with LA, quality of food, quality of women. It's Hollywood, it's opportunity, but depends on what your lifestyle is. If you got money, you'll play out there, you know what I'm saying? Well, you think about all the players that fumbled the bag, that tried to live out there and have to sell their house and not even get half of what they paid for the house. It's a big loss. Everybody want to be a baller, shot caller, and when you look back on it, yeah, you create great memories that way, but really, you waste a lot of money going to the club for what? But like I said with Brandon Ingram, I mean, maybe, the LA Lakers might want to get him back. When he won the Lakers at one point, see, LeBron time winding down. But for the Pistons, I mean, it'll be interesting. Just because the what you call it, the landing spot for him, the landing is clear. It's clear. It's clear for him. the landing is clear for him, to be honest. The landing is really, really clear for him. So the landing is clear for him. So he literally can come in and they don't have to really compete with nobody. You know, he don't have a lot of suitors that's willing to pay him a bunch of money. DeMar DeRozan got traded before him. Marketing got picked up before him. Don't like Utah gonna move Clarkson. So it ain't really nobody really hanging out there in a balance. You got Markelle Fultz. You got Lonnie Walker just got picked up. So you got a few guys that may be still out there that can help a team, but nobody that's impactful and is talented and an all-star out there that's available that's like Brandon Ingram. So, yeah, the Pistons could pull the trigger. I mean, they can just say we can do a rental. They can literally rent him for a year and see what it looked like if they wanted to. But would you alienate him by him saying, well, I want my money now. I want to play on a one-year deal. You don't pay me now. I ain't signing back with you. Then it was a waste. So that's the trouble you make. You know, you might sit there and tell them, hey, look here, you know, you do this, do that this season. You know, we'll pay you. We'll pay you. But, you know, when you got his injury history, you want your money now. And it's funny how either teams don't want to give up what the Pelicans asking, or they don't want to pay him. So this is when teams like Detroit, who don't necessarily get shots at these type of guys, can go out there and say, hey man, I'm willing to do this, that, and the third to get Brandon Ingram. You know, and now he can get sent over here, and maybe he like it, maybe he don't like it. But as long as they got his money, he pretty much ain't really caring where's happening. You know, should the Pistons do it? Me personally, at this point, I would say no. You know, but you know, they say, well, they do need a secondary scorer. He can shoot and do some things, but you know, if they did it, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I wouldn't do it. You know, I wouldn't do it. So Pelicans may be stuck with him to the trade deadline. Then the price may drop at that point. He may hit the open market and pick where he want to go at. We don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. But he's still out there. As of right now, I'm cutting this video. You know, hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. Check out my other channel, Goodfella TV, for more sports and news and entertainment over there, man. Check out my Patreon over there. Yeah, make sure I check me out on Facebook, the whole nine. But other than that, man, appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. And other than that, I'll talk about the rest of the free agents that's available at some point, period, coming up in the NBA. But hey, let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.